Audience ready?
Wow, must be. They got super quiet.
They got super quiet. They were so ready, they were quiet about it. Frida with the star for Arizona. Pushing to the front, and that is number 96, Jacqueline Hyde, your jammer for Jet City. And Frida's out first, lead jammer Arizona.
Jacqueline Hyde caught in the back of the pack against a really strong Arizona defense. Heidi and I saw this last night at Arizona's final game yesterday. Doing a great job on the defensive front. Have really, really strong shapes, really strong skaters. Giving jammers a run for their money.
4 points up for Frida on that first pass, and a star pass first of the game. Toe jammer now, the jammer of record for Jet City. Frida through again. 4 more up. As Toe jammer picks up the cut track penalty.
Makes this a power jam for Arizona, now turning into a power start.
You found it. Yeah, so they have the lost and found stuff up at there's a desk out front.
It's a 10-point jam put up by Arizona Roller Derby. Score currently 10-0.
And Toe jammer stuck in the box. So a power start for Hellenauti. And a lead jammer for Hellenauti as well. Arizona going passive-aggressive with the stopping the pack and then running forward. And Hellenauti gets past Trippin. 3 points on the pass. Toe jammer bumped out of bounds. Hellenauti, Bonita Appleboom. And Hellenauti's out.
Denver losing a blocker to the box on an illegal contact call. Pack advantage now with Arizona. Hellenauti will call off the jam.
1 point up for Toe jammer.
10 points for Arizona Roller Derby, bringing the score 20-1, but still plenty of derby left to go. Plenty of time.
26:45 to go in the half alone. Silent but deadly with the star for Jet City. Loose Chaos set to jam for Arizona.
Loose Chaos trying to find a little bit of room. Manages to find some on the outside of the track. Picks up lead jammer for Arizona.
Silent but deadly trapped in the middle. Cuts to the outside and stays ahead. Got a little assist from Loose Chaos, I think. Really keeping that momentum going as they both went through the same spot.
And Loose Chaos says, no points for you. I am the lead jammer and I decide when this is over. Thank you very much.
Yes, indeed. 24-1 as we move to jam 4. Mary Contrary out to jam for Jet City. And Skatey Katie, number 7, with the star for the Arizona All-Stars. Mary finds room outside, lead jammer Jet City, first of the game.
Skatey Katie also out. Ready to score.
It's Mary Contrary pushing through on the scoring pass. Skatey Katie Ducking through as well. Mary Contreras grabs 4.
Yeah, Skatey Katie nearly made it out, but those Denver skaters, not Denver, Jet City. Wow, hi. There's a lot of roller derby happening. Excuse me. These Jet City skaters, very, very quick to reform. We call that eating the baby
Yes.
in roller derby. Ooh,
Offense.
but some help arrives.
That was 0-2-4 Cuddy trying to break up the pack, and finally, Skatey Katie is clear with 4. Mary Contreras, 1 to beat. Calls off the jam, and 8-4. Run for the Jet City All-Stars. 28-9. And West Coast Mafia out and ready to jam for Arizona. Jacqueline Hyde with a star for Jet City. Arizona coming right off the line with the offense. Jet City rolling to absorb.
Wow, both jammers just absolutely caught in some really strong shapes.
Yeah.
Teams playing amazing defense.
There are a number of shapes in play.
Ooh, Jet City's gonna lose a blocker to the box.
That's
Looks
one
like
in
a
the chamber.
multiplayer call.
And West Coast Mafia lead jammer. It's Jacqueline Hyde forced out of bounds. And rolled back past the jammer line.
Yeah, really good job by Ima Globaya, taking the jammer to the outside, catching them in a classic L trap.
Bombshell now one-on-one at the front. Oh, that's right, that's one of the... No, that was Bombshell. All right. I'm like, wait. You're not facing me. I can't see the number.
For it.
Who was that?
Yeah, Jacqueline Hyde really like twisted up in there.
Yeah. So
Every inch counts when you're a jammer.
solid defensive effort, 4-0. So we sit 32-9, 22 minutes to go in the first period. Trippin, jamming for the first time for Jet City tonight.
Looks like that is, in fact, Frida wearing the star again for Arizona. Ooh, Frida almost makes it out, is taken to the middle, has to recycle all the way back as far as the pack will allow. That gives Trippin enough time and some room to get lead jammer status. I believe the first time Jet City has gotten lead so far in the game. Trippin will leave the track, though, for a track cut call, which means they have lost lead. You know what that means? We get a 2-minute jam.
Woo! Everybody's favorite except for the skaters. Out of play block called as Frida is released. That was Bonita Appleboom called on the out of play. Pack speeding up, Frida trying to catch. Re-grabbed by the tripod as the pack stretches. Trippin back in out of the penalty box. As Toe Jammer heads to the box. So a 4-on-2 pack advantage for Arizona. And 4 points up for Frida.
Trippin still fighting really, really hard up at the front of the pack. against that strong Arizona defense, manages to hop around it. Said, if I can't roll through you, I'll just jump around you. Thank you very much.
Exactly. When in doubt, just do some weird lateral leap. Why not? So 2 points up for Frida. A 6-4 Jam win for Arizona, now 38-13. And we're under 20 minutes to go in the period.
Appears to be Helinati wearing the star for Arizona.
And that is silent but deadly, number 222.
Helinati makes it out of the pack, picks up lead jammer status. But silent but deadly also out.
Helinati encouraging the pack to do something. And that something was move. Which they did somewhat.
Only a little bit.
Loose chaos. Set to jam for Arizona, Mary Contrary with the star for Jet City. Loose chaos is lead and gets around Nayslayer. As Mary Contrary also clear and giving chase. Loose chaos calls off the jam 2-0. And we'll slide ahead to jam number 9 with Jacqueline Hyde back in the jammer slot for Jet City. Skatey Katie jamming for Arizona.
Wow, all the skaters caught up in a wonderful amoeba there.
Jacqueline Hyde out first, lead jammer.
Meanwhile, Skatey Katie recycled to the back of the pack, facing a really strong, appears to be tripod. It's hard to see. The skaters should come this way.
Correction of play, penalty called on 24 Ana Bovaya for leveling Jacqueline Hyde.
Skatey Katie makes it out of the pack.
Jacqueline Hyde bumps off the pack, calls off the jam. Alia Gill checks in. Yes, 2 points for Jacqueline Hyde. 6 total on the jam, 19-40 now.
Oh, I think we found an extra point in there.
Ooh. Official timeout called for some track repair. Tape crew needed. If you're local in Seattle and you're enjoying this fun, check out Jet City's next bout, April 26th. That will be at the Edmonds Community College, a bit south of here. For more about the game and the rest of our season bouts, check out our social media. Give us a follow if you haven't. Jet City Roller Derby on all your favorite platforms.
Now's as good of a time as any to let you know about one of our awesome sponsors, Soundbite Cider. Can confirm, I visited the beer garden. It's delicious. Please
really
go
good.
visit our lovely folks at the beer garden. Pick up a Soundbite Cider. They have, I believe, a blueberry or a lavender on tap today, but here's the
tip I learned too late.
Here's the trick. You mix them. You get both. It's so good.
I had the lavender. It was good, but it was a little dry. Like, the taste didn't come across as too dry. But then about halfway through, I'm like, oh, this is a little drier than I like. Mixing would have been the smart move.
It was so good. So good.
So good.
That's one of the best things about having moved to Washington. I'm a cider drinker. This is like
There's a lot of cider out here. Yeah.
that rolling whistle means we might be ready to start. The officials have officialed.
There was a lot of officialing happening. So much. Trippin, jamming for Jet City. West Coast Mafia with the star for Arizona. Trippin on the outside, bumped out. West Coast Mafia also rolled back. And Trippin breaks free. Lead jammer, number 27. West Coast Mafia held up. Arizona offense moving in to break them free. As Trippin bumped out of bounds. Calls off the jam, 2 points. Takes Jet City to 22. So 18-point difference, right? 40 minus 22?
Sure.
Look, I mathed.
Looks like Helinati wearing the star for Arizona.
And that is Silent but Deadly, jamming for Jet City.
Wow. Helinati jumping and juking and trying to find some room, but Jet City super quick to reform, doing a great job.
And Lightning McQueen continuing to try and break things up, but things not breaking up. Meanwhile, Silent but Deadly trapped at the back by the rest of the Arizona pack. Colette Rose and catch, sure man, and I'm a blow by you. On the lockdown at the back of the pack. As Helinati, lead jammer keeps the feet in, spins through the pack.
Arizona losing their pivot to the penalty box.
Sure, man. I'll go sit down. Silent but Deadly cuts to the inside, forced out of bounds. Pack stretching out, and a high block called on Helinati. So that will be a power jam for Silent but Deadly, who passes the star off to 309 Raven Lunatic.
And since Helinati was lead and picked up a penalty, she lost lead, so we have a 2-minute jam.
I like the 2-minute jam theme song. That's good. I mean, granted, it's not 2 minutes left, but almost for Raven, but thinking the Queen is like, no, you are going to take a little rest and then roll all the way back as my jammer is released from the box for the last 5 seconds of this jam. Time runs out on the jam, and another high block called right at the end on Helinati. But Helinati did add 3 points, so 43-22. And a power start for Mary Contrary. Both backs full strength.
Mary Contrary took a big hit to the inside, but finds their way back to the track, coming out and around. Does get through the pack, picks up lead.
Yes, Jet finally able to sweep people to the outside to open things up.
Good time for Jet to close up this lead gap a little bit.
Trying, but Arizona absorbing the offense well. One last attempt by 0-2-4 Cuddy, but Mary is passed for 4. As Hellenauti out of the box, and the power jam comes to a close. Rampage trying to break things free for Mary Contrary, as the rest of the Jet City pack holding Hellenauti at the front. And forced out, and again rolled back. Mary Contrary.
Wow.
Deposited to the infield, forearm called on Ms. Murder. As Hellenauti finally clears the pack. And Mary Contrary calls off the jam. A hard-fought 8 points. And we're down to a 13-point game. Jet City now 30. Arizona 43, official review. So we stay 43-8. And right out the bat, offense wins. Jacqueline Hyde, lead jammer. Frida knocked out of bounds. Jacqueline Hyde caught in the middle, up against number 2, Mimi Mahler. As Frida had exited the pack, Jacqueline calls off the jam. 3 points for Jet City. And with 10:20 to go, it's a 10-point game.
Still plenty of time.
Still plenty of time. You were so right early on when you said there was plenty of time.
I just want a lead change for another excuse to visit the beer garden.
There you go. The beer garden has been, it's well populated right now. Loose Chaos jamming it up front, but bumped out by Toe Jammer.
Meanwhile, Trippin, wearing the star for Jet City, was trapped in the back of the pack for a while, managed to get some help from their friends.
And Loose Chaos slicing through, dodging around, calls off the jam. Demonic coming to check in with shenanigans for the point count. And the point count is 1. 1-0 jam, 44-33, 9 minutes to go in the first period of our final game of the second day of the rainy season rumble.
We've got Mary Contrary wearing the star for Jet City, Skady Katie jamming for Arizona Roller Derby. It's going to be Skady Katie that gets out first, but we've got a bit of a race, y'all.
Yeah, we do. Mary unearned passing someone.
Jammers are racing each other and the pack.
Everybody. And a tie 2-2. That was excellent. 35-46. Super fast pack. Not a lot of points. Good times had by all. I do want to mention, Beer Garden, that last call is coming up during halftime, so get ready.
That's West Coast Mafia jamming for the Arizona Roller Derby All-Stars. But it's silent but deadly, almost. Out of the pack.
Almost.
That apex jump didn't quite make it.
Not quite, but a track cut for West Coast Mafia. And a lead jammer called for silent but deadly.
It's also a power jam.
Offense opening the way. It's Cole Hernan helping to open the lane on the outside. Like Silent but Deadly's like, wait, what did I do? Oh, it wasn't you. It was just your ref calling the penalty. All right, that's allowed.
That's okay then.
That's okay. That penalty was on number 22, Mercedes, for a forearm. And Silent but Deadly calls off the jam. Picked up 3.
And I want to do this.
Oh.
Who should I talk to?
Well, you should talk to Jen if you're an adult, which I believe you are, because you're working
Last
in
I
adult
checked.
inn.
I
Then
hope so.
you should
I
check
went
in
to
with
the
Jen.
beer garden.
There you go. That's a good reason. New skater at JetCityRollerDerby.com is what you should do. Email them. They will hook you up with more information.
That's Helinati jamming for Arizona Roller Derby.
And Jacqueline Hyde with the star and pushing at the front for Jet City on the sled. 1-on-1. Up against Lightning McQueen. But Jacqueline Hyde out first, lead jammer.
We do have a star pass.
Sure, man.
Hey, can you take this star?
Sure, man. It's a solid name. Sure, man, clear. Star is now on. Jacqueline Hyde calls off the jam. And a 3-0 run. So we are at a 1-point game, 45-46. 5.5 minutes to go in the first period. Trippin, number 27, jamming against Frida, number 10. And after all that frenzy, we're all just having a little group huddle.
What happens when you get one good defense and another good defense? It's a super defense.
Nobody moves and then everybody moves. And tripping out first as Lightning McQueen back from the penalty box and starting to try to open things up. Tripping bump down and out. We have had a star pass on the Arizona side. Cuddy, number 024, now your jammer of record. Penalty called on number 26, Nayslayer, for a blocking with the head. And Trippin calls off the jam. And a second straight three-point jam for Jet City. And that is your lead change, Beer Garden. You know what to do. Everyone else, enjoy a hydration break. 48-46. Jet City with the lead.
Wow.
Loose chaos.
Loose chaos is loose. Made quick work of that pack.
Yeah.
Contrary.
The footwork of loose chaos.
Hot in the back, does a really sneaky star stash.
Mary out, loose chaos. Oh, loose chaos picking up a penalty for the low block. So had lead, lost lead. Now we've got another minute 22 of jam number 19. And Mary Contrary clear with 4.
Oof.
That's Arizona.
Also losing their pivot to the box.
Yeah, that is Sherman heading to the box. Mary Contrary almost cutting in, but seeing Mimi Mauler rather, running to the back. Has to wait, lose chaos now out of the box and back in play. As we're now back into leg day. Everybody push until Showman out of the box opens up the lane for Lose Chaos to add 4 more points. Lose Chaos starting, stopping, picking up points. 12 on the jam. And a quick burst of speed to add 4 more. And just like that, we're back to 10 points. 16 to 8, not 10 points. What is that? 6? 6 points, sure. 62-56.
Looks like Skatey Katie wearing the star for Arizona, Silent but Deadly. Jamming for Jet City.
Minute 16 to go in the half. Toe Jammer heads to the penalty box for a multiplayer block. And Skatey Katie out, lead Jammer, Silent but Deadly giving chase. Mercedes also heading to the penalty box for a direction call. And Skatey Katie grabs 3 and calls it off. That bumps us to a 9-point game. And a 3-on-2 back advantage for Jet City. As Jacqueline Hyde out to jam against West Coast Mafia.
That's going to be Jacqueline Hyde, your lead jammer of record.
And a power jam as well. Oh, yes, as looks like, wait, Pivott's running for it. Oh, wait, they don't have the star. West Coast Mafia heading to the box for a 4-arm penalty.
Wow, Jacqueline Hyde manages to stay inbounds on one skate, faces that last line of defense against Arizona, picks up a clean 4 points for Jet City.
4-on-3 advantage, Jacqueline Hyde rolling in. Everybody tripping over down skaters. And Jacqueline Hyde breaks around the outside. Picks up 4 more. West Coast Mafia out of the box. Back in play. But still, I believe, on the initial pass. And West Coast Mafia runs into Toe Jammer, and we run out of jam time. 1 more point up for Jet City. And we are tied. Maybe they're extending the if you're in line, you can still buy one. Wizard Laws nodded and gave me a thumbs up. I think that's the rule. Sure, he doesn't know what I'm talking about, but I think that's what just happened. 65-65. Tie game, Jet City. Arizona, all stars across the board. Jacqueline Hyde, Frida, stars on hats, and lead jammer assists to Frida.
Jacqueline Hyde taken to the outside. Has to recycle pretty far back.
Yeah.
Face this Arizona defense again.
Looks like all the way to the jammer line.
Not a fate I would wish on anybody.
Not really, no.
But we do have a star pass.
We do. Jacqueline passing it off to number 700, Toe Jammer. And Toe is clear. As Frida held up mid-pack, calls off the jam. Did get all 4 points, however. So one jam in. 29, didn't even make it a minute. 29 to go in our game. Coming up tomorrow morning, Jet City will be playing in the kickoff game of the final day at 9 a.m. against the Calgary Roller Derby All-Stars. Doors at 8:30. I'm told there will be breakfast available at the concession stand.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's Mary Contrary wearing the star for Jet City. Helen Naughty jamming for Arizona. Helen Naughty facing a strong tripod of Jet City skaters.
Helen Naughty going right at the brace. Like, there's got to be a multiplayer somewhere in here. But not finding it. It's Mary doing the same at the back.
Yeah, both teams all game long have been very, very strong defensively.
Yes.
But who's this lending a helping hand?
Poor play is like, I'm just going to knock some people out of the way here.
Is this helping?
Oh, full-on penalty call. Oh, your girl says you can't push like that.
Ooh.
And Mary Contrary directionally deposited to the infield. Oh, maybe that was mine. So Mary Contrary completes the initial 50 seconds left on the jam clock. Oh, no, she's lead jammer now. All right. I'm like, wait, you're right. I hadn't marked anything off yet. And Mary Contrary picking up 4. Helen Naughty out of the box. Caught up front. Gets past Bonita Appleboom to complete the initial pass. As Mary Contrary calls off the jam. Picking up a second 4 points. Scoreboard showing 8 right now. All right. Jam ref conferring with scoring table, and that is a 12-point run for Mary Contrary. 3 scoring passes, 77-69.
Wow, Lose Chaos decides, what if I just run? What if I just run up the track? Is that cool? That's cool? Okay,
It's
cool.
so cool. Trippin trying to do the same, but captured by the defense. Trippin now on the outside and shoulder to the ground. Lose Chaos. Just strewing Chaos wherever they go to pick up 4 points.
Meanwhile, Trippin, your jammer for Jet City, still caught in the back of the pack. But we do have a star pass. Raven Lunatic, now your jammer of record for Jet City All-Stars.
Ooh, and another forearm call. Sends Lose Chaos to the box. I say another because we had a forearm in the last jam. Not that Lose Chaos says multiple forearms. Just that I'm like, I looked, oh, I have a forearm in the last jam too. So now Power Jam and Arizona running forward. As Raven Lunatic forced out of bounds. Everybody, am I in, am I out, am I in, am I out? Lose Chaos back out of the penalty box as we're down to the last few seconds of the jam, and Raven says, I'm going to run you back. Lose Chaos chooses the cut to the infield method. Gets around the jammer, now back up to the pack. Ooh, Bonita Appleboom bumping loose, but Luz puts the one hand down, not two. 4 points up. So a 12-0 run for Arizona gets us back to 81-77. Right back where we were after the first jam of this half.
Still about 23 and a half minutes to go in this half. Anything can happen.
Anything. Literally. Like West Coast Mafia being jammer. And a head block called on Nayslayer. And that lets West Coast Mafia grab lead jammer, silent but deadly. Jamming for Jet City and ducking under to exit the pack. West Coast Mafia calls off the jam, 3 points. Seven-point lead, 84-77. 22 minutes, 50 seconds to go in our game. We got Frida with the star for Arizona, Jacqueline Hyde jamming for Jet City. Thought we were getting the power pivot line start. Not to be.
Frida looking for a little bit of help from their friends.
And
it's taken to the inside.
Yes, Jacqueline Hyde is lead jammer and finally free of the pack. And a star pass to Sherman. Oh, nope. Yes, I don't know. Okay. I was like, I thought I saw it, and then it disappeared. I'm so confused.
Thanks to our folks at the scoreboard for, in fact, confirming that star pass happened.
Jacqueline Hyde calls off the jam before Sherman can get back to the pack. 3 points up. 84-80. 21 and a half to go in the game.
That's Helenati wearing the star for Arizona.
And that is Mary Contrary. I just can't see her because of all the people in the way.
Yeah, down in front, Bill.
Get more derby stands so we can see the jammers.
Yeah, should be getting low anyway.
Helenati, 2 to beat, cold-hearted. And toe jammer. Helenati is lead jammer. And Mary Contrary finally clears the pack. Helenati dodging left to right into out and clears out. Calls off the jam. Does grab all 4 points.
Yeah, Jess Monroe did a really good job of playing O there. Said, hey, can my jammer have some room, please? Thanks. Thanks so much.
Captain Toe Jammer having a conversation with the referee. Not yet an official review, just a conversation.
Looks like Loose Chaos jamming for Arizona. Trippin wearing the star for Jet City.
Trippin bumped out of bounds. Loose Chaos tripped to the ground. And one skater to beat Riot with a hip check with the thigh. Rolling Loose Chaos back. And Loose Chaos finally clears for lead jammer. And tripping called on the cut track. Power Jam, Arizona.
Lose Chaos makes it out of the pack, earning 4 points. Brings the score to 92 for Arizona.
We'll add 4 more on that second roll through. As Lose Chaos, a heavy spinning jump, calls off the jam, locking, tripping in the box. A 12-point run, now 100-80 with 18:30 to go. Timeout called by Jet City.
Walken City versus Denver, both, I believe, juniors game.
Yes. Rounding out our JRDA portion of the tournament. And if you missed any of those junior teams today, you missed a lot of jumping. These kids are boingy.
So much.
So much jumping.
So much jumping.
Tripping starting off in the penalty box, West Coast Mafia. Number 313 starting on the jammer line. High block called, thinning the pack out. Oh, high block called on West Coast Mafia. I thought that was going to be on the pack, but no. Trippin lead jammer. Trippin. 2 to beat, caught up by Cuddy, and then retrapped with the full tripod. Jet City bringing some offense. Trippin bump to the ground, calls off the jam just as West Coast Mafia was released. 4 points up.
Still 17 minutes left to go. This is only a 16-point game? Is my math right?
Sure, yeah, that sounds right.
Sweet. Awesome, cool.
That seems about accurate.
See,
why not?
This is why they do the math.
Right.
And we're
You do
over
not.
here. Silent but deadly, wearing the star for Jet City. Frida jamming for Arizona. Frida facing some really awesome defense up at the front there. Getting some help from one of their friends.
That was
The track cut penalty.
Mimi Mahler trying to break things.
Stint in the penalty box.
Yeah, that was Mimi Mahler with the offense. But Frida caught with a run back, and there goes Silent but Deadly lead jammer. Jet City roller derby. Silent but Deadly bumped out of bounds. Whistle blown, forearm penalty being called on someone. Oh, that's going to be Ana Blabaya heading to the penalty box.
Do the star pass. Sure, man. Now you're
Sure.
record for Arizona.
Silent but Deadly jumping on the toe stops, keeps him in bounds.
Sherman taken around to the outside, has to recycle.
Bumped out, Sherman at the back of the pack, playing some defense, and now turning back to attempting to get through. And Silent but Deadly pushing against 2 blockers at the front, finally clears through. Second 4 points. Jam is called. Silent but Deadly stopping to pick up the hair tie, I believe. I'm like, why should you go that way? The bench is over here. It's super important. You don't want to leave your hair tie on the track. Who knows what that might do?
Now just an 8-point game between these two teams. That's easy math. That's math I can do.
Single-digit math is the best math. Mary Contrary, caught by Skatey Katie at the front. But a direction of play penalty called, but it does slow her down. But Mary out as lead jammer for the third in a row as Helen Naughty jamming for Arizona and pushing towards the front. And finally clear. Mary Contrary pops around the outside, calls off the jam. And now it's a 4-point game, 96-100. 13 and a half to go. Are we not entertained, audience? Beer Garden is certainly entertained because they're yelling really loud. And apparently you've stolen Denver's pom-poms. Is the Denver team aware that you stole their pom-poms? Maybe they're on loan.
That's Lose Chaos wearing the start for Arizona. Jacqueline Hyde jamming for Jet City. Lose Chaos.
Oh, man.
Chaotic. Doesn't manage to get through. Picks up lead jammer status.
That was some beautiful footwork by Lose Chaos. Jacqueline Hyde forced out of bounds. And rolls back behind the jammer line.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
That's everyone tumbling over.
7-car pile up.
And 4 points up for Lose Chaos. Jet City defense awaiting the return, and Lose Chaos just
Wow.
shoot to the side, duck down, go around the pack, grab 4 points. Easy as pie. Anybody can do it. Not at all.
What's the dodgeball saying? Dive, duck, duck,
Dip,
dive, and dodge.
Exactly. All of that just happened.
Ooh.
No wrenches were involved, fortunately. 4 more up for Lose Chaos as Jacqueline Hyde finally clears the pack. And Lose Chaos slides in. That was a solid pose, and then the call off of the jam. Beautiful work, a 15-0 run. Takes us to 115.96, 11 and a half to go in our game. And a timeout called by Jet City. 18 and over, where they will train you from day one, whether your goal is to be a superstar player, to join in for some low-key fun, or even just learn to officiate our sport. Next New Skater group will begin in April, so email newskater@jetcityrollerderby.com or reach out to us on social media, or heck, just ask your favorite player after the game. Don't ask them while they're on the track. They will not answer. I tried that once. It did not work.
That is West Coast Mafia jamming for Arizona against Silent but Deadly. Silent but Deadly caught in the back of the pack. West Coast Mafia caught up in the front, trying to look for some help.
All 4 blockers. Now 3 as things get stretched out. Now down to 2 as they again get stretched out. The Silent but Deadly still stuck on the sled at the back, trying to find somewhere to go. And now bumped out of bounds as West Coast Mafia picks up lead. Silent but Deadly opened up lane on the outside. Clears the pack to complete the initial. As West Coast Mafia says, all right, that's enough for you. I'm calling off the jam. Four points for Arizona, 119-96, and we're at the 10-minute mark. 10 to go. As Mary Contrary back out to jam for Jet City. Against number 10, Frida. Frida forced out of bounds. Raven Lunatic with the rollback. Mary Contrary sprinting up the outside and picks up lead jammer.
Frida, meanwhile, looked for some room up the middle, but Jet City, too fast to reform around them. Was taken to the inside, had to recycle.
Mary Contrary caught at the front. As Frida and Heyman, or Sherman rather, mingling at the back now. Joined by the rest of the Arizona pack as Mary Contrary was recycled back. Ooh, Mary almost through, but bumped just enough to the infield. And Sherman, now your jammer. Also forced to back up a little bit. Mary Contrary finally completes that first scoring pass for four. Mary Contrary forced to the infield. Sure man playing the run back game, and Mary says, nah, I'm tired of that. I'm just going to call off the jam.
That brings Jet City past the century mark. It's 119 to 102, 7:45 minutes left in the game.
Excellent. Jacqueline Hyde back out to jam for Jet City. Hella naughty, 33-81 with the star for Arizona.
Wow, in a shocking turn of events, the pack is not moving.
Locked up. Now beginning to stumble forward. Arizona starting one blocker shy in the pack. Elinati looking to the outside. Toe jammer left at the front. Now passing off to Naslayer. And Helinati is out first, lead jammer. Jacqueline Hyde caught up in the middle of the pack. No. And Jacqueline Hyde finally clears out. Helinati out of the back, but runs through the stretched out pack to pick up 4 points. And calls off the jam just as Jacqueline Hyde was getting back to the pack. Official review called by Jet City. And Jet City has lost their official review for the period. Oh, sorry, will not retain. Trippin', West Coast Mafia, jamming. Jam 15, period 2. 6 minutes to go. 21-point game. I think that gets you up to speed.
West Coast Mafia gets past that last line of defense, picks up lead jammer status for Arizona Roller Derby.
Trippin' almost through and then pushed up and passes the star off to Toe Jammer. And Toe Jammer forced out of bounds. That's a roll back.
Meanwhile, at the front of the pack, West Coast Mafia facing a very strong shape from Jet City. Almost taken out, manages to get around, picks up all 4 points. We'll call off the jam just as Toe Jammer gets out of the pack.
Indeed.
It's a 4-0 jam in favor of Arizona. Total score 127 to 102. We've got a little under 5 minutes left.
And now an official review called by Arizona. I'm getting in my steps walking over. All right, the no call will stand. And Arizona does not retain their official review. So we're left with timeouts only to stop the clock. Mary Contrary jamming against Frida, and a quick star pass over the middle by Arizona. Sneaky. That is Skatey Katie with the star. Forearm penalty being assessed to Cole Hardin. And Mary Contrary finally out and grabs lead jammer. But Skatey Katie through and grabs 4 points. Arizona speeding the pack up. Pushing to the front. Mary Contrary pops through and grabs 4. Skatey Katie picking up 3 with the unearned pass. Ooh. Skatey Katie through the air for 4. Mary Contrary keeping it to the ground for 4. Mary Contrary sliding on the inside, bump to the infield, calls off the jam. Adds 1. So an 11-9 Arizona win takes us to 138-111.
Appears to be Luz Chaos wearing the star for Arizona. Silent but deadly jamming for Jet City. About 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in this half. Still plenty of time for something amazing to happen.
Yes.
Back at an absolute standstill.
Why move when we can just stand there for 2 minutes? Oh, because Luz Chaos is jamming and does not stand still. Beautiful work by Luz. Picking up lead jammer.
An awesome juke by Silent but Deadly. Gets around the final Arizona blocker to contend with.
Oh. 3-2, Luz Chaos. Picking up 1 more than Silent but Deadly. 141, 113. We're under the 2 minutes to go.
This Jet City crowd.
Beer Garden is bringing
What's
it.
going on over there? Nah, I'd be excited too. Jacqueline Hyde jamming for Jet City. West Coast Mafia jamming for Arizona All-Stars.
And the pack on lockdown. Jacqueline Hyde finds them on the inside. Lead jammer. Jet City roller derby. It's about a 28-point difference in the score, I believe. West Coast Mafia bumped out by Toe Jammer. Jacqueline Hyde held up. And now absorbed by 3-2, now 1 blocker, and finally clear for 4. Penalty being assessed to Cuddy. Or maybe that was Sherman with the back block. Oh, no, that was Cuddy with the back block. All right. 4 more up for Jacqueline Hyde. And a star pass had been made to Sherman. Sherman now to the penalty box.
It's now a power jam for Jet City. Jacqueline Hyde puts up 4 points.
Jacqueline Hyde calls off the jam.
Believe that freezes Sherman in the box as the jam.
And a timeout called, yes.
Love roller derby.
Your name is Bobby Narco. Insider announcer humor, it's the best.
You should also reach out to a local league.
Yes, you should.
You should reach out to Jet City. Get trained as an NSO if you love doing paperwork.
Oh, pencils are the best. All right, here we go. Mary Contrary jamming. 1 to beat. And also lead jammer, Jet City roller derby. Cut track called on number 2, Mimi Mahler. Sherman out of the penalty box. And bumped out by Toe Jammer as Mary Contrary has added 4 to the score. Mary takes a shoulder. Bumps towards the inside. Sherman.
We're now running purely on jam time.
Rampage sent to the penalty box for Jet City. We're down to 3-on-3 in the pack. As Arizona turning full-on defense across the board.
The Pippins lose, of course.
Star pass off. Loose Chaos now, your jammer of record for Arizona as Mary Contrary forced out of bounds. We are on jam time alone. And Loose Chaos cuts through to add 4 points. Loose Chaos on the second run. Adding 4 more. And Mary Contrary calls off the jam. Did collect 4. So a tied jam at 8. But an 8-8 tie does not overcome a lead, as far as I'm mathing.
Yeah.
So our unofficial score, 149-133. Arizona with the win. So come on down for your final free high five of the day.